Yeah, I just figured why not just do another stream. Keep going while I got the chance and finish up stuff. That should take care of the worst of his injuries. Cough, splutter. Mercy, mercy, I beg you. Breathe easy, sir. No harm will come to you here. Looks fancy. This poor man is shivering. Pray keep an eye on him while I get a fire going. Now Fred's all grown up. Heavy expansion, now he's gonna make a fire. I thought I was certain for the death. How am I ever to repay this kindness? We'll settle that tale beyond your current predicament. Why don't you begin telling us your name? Tistrel. I was invited into the Elm Room to work as an artist. A wealthy couple took me in to paint pictures of them, but when my style proved contrary to their taste, they just as quickly turfed me out into the street. I was left penniless and patronless, a grave sin in Lord's Vautry City. I don't know how to pronounce that. Within days, they had brought me before the man himself, and he asked what I meant to do. Dejected as I was, I told him I wished to leave. Little did I know how soon he would grant me my wish. They flung me over the balustrade into the goddamn ocean. From up there? How were you not dashed to pieces? Don't ask me. Luck, I suppose. Though if you hadn't found me when you did, it wouldn't have counted for much. Monstrous. And the city condones such... and the citizens condone such barbaric punishments? Oh, without a second thought. When Lord Vautry passes judgment, no one so much as blinks, let alone argues. In Elmone, his word is law. Oh, good, my tail's flat down like that. The more I hear about Elmo, the more determined I see what waits within its walls. I shall bend all my thoughts towards securing Elway in the city. There's something we can do. But first, we should convey Trestle to the shelter of the village. Fire or no fire, he needs to be put out his chilly coastal air. Way into the city? I apologize, but... Alright. Pray accept my deepest gratitude. I owe you both my life. And if you permit me, I will assist you in your attempt to enter Elmore. Insofar as I'm able at any rate. To be frank, the thought of sending my saviors into that awful place makes me sick to my stomach, but since it's plain you set your minds on it, you should take this. It's my favorite paintbrush. The Elmore elites are never satisfied until they get what they want. If I'm not mistaken, the couple I mentioned will be looking for someone to replace me. If you make a show of owning such a well-used brush, you may be able to convince the people you have a talent for painting. Are you certain this is your livelihood? We can't deprive you of such a treasure possession. I give it gladly after all you've done for me. Besides, I don't think I have the heart to paint anymore. As to what I'll do instead, I haven't decided yet, but I shan't stay long in this place, not with the city boring over me, nay. I'll move on to new lands and a new profession, and I'll keep you in my prayers from now until my dying day. That's sweet. Oops. City of Final Pleasures. They say kindness is its own reward, but Tistro has repaid us with a gift, timely as it was unexpected. We will, however, need to act upon his advice before another painter steps to fill the vicinity. Thankfully, I do have some modest skills with a brush, nothing approaching that of a true artist, of course, but enough to play the role, I hope. As for you, well, if you don't mind taking a subordinate role, maybe perhaps you could pose as my assistant. Nodded. Then it's settled. All you need to do is return to Gate Town and await the next appearance of those vile jesters. Got some side quests in here. Oh, how are you? Forgive me, it's not often we see travelers in Wright, but how dangerous it is hereabouts. I even worry for my husband taking the road down to the shipyard, and he's as strong as Talos. He has been gone for a while, though. If you're headed that way, could you please let him know his wife is expecting him at home? She says as the guitar ripped hard. What? You've been waiting for me? Excuse me, but you're the gentleman Alpha was traveling with, aren't you? I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Ah, Yusan. How lovely to meet you. My name is Ulysse, or Liss, and I'm the acting village mayor. I hope someone of your towns will pass through right before long. The thing is, I need someone up in Stonegazer, but I'm afraid to walk the path alone. Do you think you could provide an escort? Yeah, sure, why not? My thanks. I could not bring myself to pass one of the villagers. You see, there was an incident a while back where a veteran band of hunters were badly mauled. Simply mentioning that it's unsafe to wander outside the village these days would be enough to bring back memories of that grisly scene, which is why it's been difficult to even bring up the subject. But such does not change the fact that the roads are indeed dangerous. Pray meet me on the path to the north and be prepared to fend off the wildlife. Alright, can't move. Move this. I like to keep my food on the first page. Let's visit a husband first. Or something I can do for you, stranger? Your wife misses you. Oh, beat me with a hammer. Has it been that long? I was aiming to salvage the planks from his old hull, but she's giving me more trouble than I bargained for. Bit of waste to leave all this lying limbo around. Not much call for seaworthy ships since light ate up half the oceans, you understand? So I reckon it would be better for a woodmaker like me to put it to good use. These boards, though, they're so tightly jointed, I can't pull the bleeding thing loose out. Hey, do me a favor and sprinkle some of this powder on the joints along the keel. I'll keep working on this end, and with any luck, I can make it home alone before the wife stops here to fetch me herself. That should do the trick. Powdered fire crystals, the best thing for melting wood glue. Just pour on a little water and the steam will take care of the rest. This ought to be a one-man job now, thanks to you. Oh, if you could let the wife know I'll be done within the hour, and then you'll help me out with 2 rough spots today. No problem. He's alright then? Well, that's a relief. Wrights has its share of troubles, and a wife does worry. What, he had you helping strip planks? The cheek of that man. Still, we're lucky his father taught him to trade at all, even if he uses those skills to take ships apart instead of building them. A woodworker puts food on the table, so I'm grateful to his family for keeping up their tradition. And I'm grateful for you to bring me peace of mind. Please take this for your kindness. Oh yeah, that was a sanctuary. Well, I wasn't expecting this, but it's better than a Sin Eater. What did I tell you? I was barely 10 steps out the village. Come, let us hurry along before more progress has a chance to gather. Yeah, that tower. this trio's pretty much, but we got Monster Hunter at home. Thank you for the escort, Yuzan. This is a gentleman I wish to speak with, so we need to go any further. Soglig. Are you wandering around by yourself out here? You know what kind of creatures lurk beyond the border of the village. Well, if it isn't Clifto's little girl, something I can do for you, lass? Yes, sir. I came for an answer to my proposal the other day. Have you given any thoughts to taking over as village leader? I'm doing the best I can in the interim, but I've neither the age nor the wisdom to continue the role, and the rest of the villagers would agree with me. I'm fairly sure I told you nay once already. But seeing as you found a guard just so you could come to me, then perhaps I'll consider the idea in exchange for a few small tasks. You will? Please tell me what I need to do. My friend, Clifto, your dear father, was looking for a sickle to cut some rope. Would you mind skipping back to the village and borrowing one from me? Why would you? Cough, I mean a sickle, was it, for cutting rope? That shouldn't be too difficult. I only asked you to along for a trip, but not to complete the excited, will you mind willing me blah blah come a little longer? I would not be surprised if that's where her father is. Good day to you, Elise. We're just gonna call it that. You look a little flustered, dear. Was there something I could help you with? And a good day to you, madam. I was actually hoping to borrow a sickle. Is that all? Here, you can take this one. I have several spares, so there's no rush in returning it. Doing spotted harvesting, are you? My thanks, but it's not for me exactly. I was asked to bring one for my father. Your father? Shadow saved me. Forgive me, if you accompany me in these tasks, then you deserve to know the whole story. It was my father, Clifford, who was the former mayor, right? And the incident I spoke of was something that happened a year ago. One day, a stray sin eater came prowling around and slaughtered nearly half the villagers. It was a waking nightmare. Some of the villagers blamed my father. They said it was because he refused to accept the protection of Vilmore. The sheriff, scared of tragedy and accusation afar, wore away his conscience until he could bear the guilt no longer, and he hanged himself. Salig, the man we spoke to. One sec. Salik, sir, we bought you the sickle you asked for. Oh, good. Old Cliff will be glad to see this. Oh, sir. Thank you for staying with me, Yusan. This might be harder than I expected. Screw it, I'm seeing this to the end. I'm grateful to have you with me, Yusan. Thank you again. Salik, sir, I believe you have more tasks for me? Still here, are you? Yes, tasks. There's a Talos of mine that's taken far too long to make his return, probably busy tussling with some dim-witted predator. Go see how it fails and chase off anything slowing it down. But you mean that Talos. Pray family will find the Talos in question at the southwest of here, and I have no doubt there will be a dim-witted predator supplant for you to deal with. I believe that's it. The heck? Phew, I'm glad you were here. They must have broke beneath the plates. I know Salik implies the tiles will still move, as you can see. Once upon a time, there was a line of these, there be a line of these contraptions hauling materials down to the shipyard, step by ponderous step, which incidentally is how the slow road supposedly earned its name. But after blah blah Stoneworks closed down some 15 summers ago, there's no one left to make or maintain their creations. One by one, the tiles slowly fell into despair. This particular worker was damaged during the Stray Eater rampage, and it hasn't shifted a limb ever since. It was always Saluk's favorite. Come, let us make a report. So Buddy just can't let go of the past. Sonic serves and has cleared a This guy cleared out the squirrels in your robot. It should be left alone for the time being. And excellent news, but I expect he'll need a good polishing when he returns. The troublesome ones are often the most enduring, eh? Oh, sir. You've done me a fine service, thank you. Indeed, thank you, and I could never have fought such creatures myself, if I might oppose you for the next task as well. Thank you again for staying. I honestly could not do this without you. So, Lick, sir, were there any more tasks you have for us? Just one last thing, I want you to gather some pretty flowers from the split hall as a gift for my darling life. She went out for her usual walk, but as she's not yet deigning to come home, I fear I may have something to sour her mood. I understand. She gathered a lovely banquet for her then. Yes, let's go pick flowers. I don't think his wife is around anymore. Weird, in Stormblood there's like level 80 boss monsters around, but I don't see any here. Well, I mean, yeah, they could be anywhere. Gonna take a quick drink. This is almost pleasant, isn't it? Aside from the aggressive wildlife, of course. I should tell you about Salik's wife. She was killed in the Eater incident, although I imagine you already suspect as much. But yeah. They made such a sweet couple every day. They would walk up this cape, hand in hand, and she would gaze out over the flowers with this warm, content smile. Salik himself had some training as a warrior so he could guard her as if she were a princess and he her gallant knight. I'm sorry, it's just so sad. Wounds of the heart are slow to mend. I'm going to reveal a Salik fit to serve as a mayor? There are none who care for White and his people more than he. The villagers and I are certain that Salik weak will rise to it. The occasion he just needs a little more time. It has been about a year, and we are still suffering. Some seek to bury the misery beneath cheery faces, and others yet trapped in the memories of the past. Salik fears one of the latter, but a banquet of flowers is what it takes to help him work out his sadness, and I will pick every bloom on this cape. Will you give me a hand to find some pretty flowers? Pray think of it as a tribute for the seas. Alright, someone just volunteered. Oops. Oh yeah, do we even have any actions left? Let's see what we have. Yes, these are beautiful. Thank you. Salik will be pleased. Let's take them back to Stonegazer before they get crushed in some scuffle. we have that? No, wait. There we go. Kinda tempted to just wear that. Instead of this old get up, new world and all that. But how much do we have left? We only have 5. I'd rather wait till I get to an inn. Oh look, there's the other person. Oh, I gotta send a quick message. Away! And fans going down, of course. That's cute. Oh, they dyed their thing. Why did I do that? Well, I mean, the red and white looks good with my hair, so we made it, and the flowers are none for worse for wear. Sonic, you and I has returned with the banquet for your wife. Ah, splendid, thank you. Now perhaps she will come. Sniff. She'll come back to crying. Ooh, nice ring. Sorry. Please forgive me. I have asked such cruel things of you. I must apologize to you as well, Yuzan. Don't worry about it. My beloved life. My dear neighbors, so many gone after what happened. Despair became my only companion. I could not even save my closest friend when his torment was plain for all to see. I could never forgive myself. So I embraced this delusion, thinking that maybe if I try hard enough, if I truly believed that they were still alive, that the events of that day would fade away, like the nightmare was, but I see it only haunting those around me. I understand why you did what you did, sir, but I truly do. You were always a sweet child. I'll place the flowers you brought on her grave. She would have loved him. As for me assuming the royal mare, I'm sorry, but I cannot give you a decision just yet. Take as long as you need. In fact, I might need a little time to recover myself. Luzin, if you give me a moment or two. Can I? Nope. Make it bigger? I want to read the stuff as well. Oh yeah, much better. sorry. Alright. Thank you for your prayer, patient. Solik still appears to be wrestling with his thoughts, but perhaps we can help him come to a decision. So I don't mean to press you, but might you have arrived to an edit answer to my proposal? Not exactly, no. There's another matter I've yet to reconcile. Would you mind sharing this matter with us? Well, it goes back to the day the Eater attacked the village. I was taking my turn as lookout here at Stonegazer. It's a duty we take very seriously. They say when a town was originally built, in time before the flood, there were way about dwarves and mountain bandits, but these days. Yes, there was far worse prowling around, and I failed to spot it. The senior which came that day did not appear as the other monstrosities I've seen. From a distance, simply looking at a person, I wanted to be sure before I rang the warning bell, but I waited too long. Many could have fled, died because of my hesitation. Oh. How could a man such as faulty judgment ever serve you as mayor? What comfort can I offer those whose loved ones were needlessly slain? None. Not while the abomination is set, yet roams free to kill again. You would take vengeance on my behalf? That is good. That is good, for we are powerless before his might. Should the Eater show a cursed face again, then I pray you are as strong as you appear. I know nothing of the roads you have to walk or the battles you have fought, but so I can echo what he said. Our prayers will be yours for your victory. Well, sir, you heard his own words. Talk of vengeance aside, I do not believe villagers, either living or dead, hold you responsible for the action of that monster. And yet I cannot fault you wanting to remain distant. Pray forgive me for persisting you so. Now 'tis I who should beg forgiveness. Though you lost as much as anyone, I left you to soldier the burden of leadership alone. All will be well with you back among us. Come, let's return to the village. As I said, it's unsafe to linger out here for long. You send one last escort back to right if you would. Very well. Oh, Dave, I thought I was a sin eater. No, wait, no. My thanks for your protection, not to mention your unfailing patience. I hope now that Shiva has unburdened his mind to us, his heart will be tainted but lighter. I, for one, feel ready to face another day. After all, I have my friends and neighbors here to help me face it. There's one last thing I want to show you about you and Sherlock. It has to do with the white traditional industry, if you're interested in taking a look. Oh good, Osro, you had enough of me. My last errand for you then will be to have a word with Solik and bring him to Barley Fields at the front of the village. I'll be there tending the crops until you arrive. I'm grateful for your understanding. If I was your boss, my life would have very much improved this selection. Now, there's something you wish to discuss with me? To the crops. Elise wants me there as well, does she? Oh, I best head with the fields then. No sin eater. No sin eaters. Okay, good. Just normal people. This is what I want to show you. This barley crop right here. This was her father's plot, wasn't it? And you've been tending to it in his absence? Every single day I wanted to see his plans come true. His plans? Yes, the streamers were storing things to how the history books said they once were. Before the flood ruined everything. Our village has been known as a place of artisans. Even the name, right, is a nod to all the craftsmen that once made their home here. It's been years. It's in years gone by. It's said a line of tunnels were stretched down the road, arms bearing lumber, in the shipyard where echo with the calls of shipwrights hard at work. And when the day was done, they were gathered here to share an ale in the village. My father, he hoped to brew that traditional right ale with the barley from this crop to one day tap a barrel with his family and dear friends and rise a toast to the future, sob. Salik, Hussein, will you raise a mug with me when that day comes? Of course I will. If I'm around. But my dear girl, the land here does not nourish the crop as it once did. I fear it will be sometimes Miriam barely fit for an ale to have in mind. In the meantime, will you help me with the rest of Clifford's plans? The rest? He wanted things the way they once were, did he not? Then we must first recover from the tragedy which was visited upon us. There is no simple solution, but I mean to do what I can to lead our community out of this mild pain and grief. Assuming you are still wanting me to have as mayor? Yes, of course, sir. Thank you. I was set to live the rest of my life in the dial, but you and Silvia has opened the eyes of this old fool to what needs to be done. And for that you have my thanks. Now I had best get to work. I have folks to talk to and plans to make. When you're finished, Shirley, I should appreciate your assistance. Ciao. Well, Yusan, I think this is where we finally part ways. Thank you again for all you've done. There are some other dialogues. It might not happen this day or the next, but together we'll find a way to make things better to recapture the possibility of Federal has. I look forward to visit while in there and be ready to pull up my February hands. Alright, Aphanel's ready from us. Is that a polar bear? Is that lava fell on a polar bear? Why, yes it is. Oops. Easiest way to gather people is just start a fate. I don't know what the gemstones do, but they're worth something. No, there shouldn't be no, yeah, no blue class here. Here they come. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention once more. What a day has been for folks at our door. We welcome a pearler who made pearls from plums, and we are placed for a painter of a plum. So come on, don't be slow. It's time to let your colors show. Oh my god, that guy kind of looks like Riku. I can paint portraits at least. Landscapes are still life, and still life are so rarely commissioned these days. Oh, I thought I spied some new faces in the crowd. What fortune that you should feel at ease around in whatever. What proof of yours you have your powers? Any masterpiece on your person? Sadly, not everything I paint is soon sold. Such a life is working artist. I only have my brush to testify me. Though you will note that I see no small amount of service. Ho. Flicks the paint, both old and new, a tool much love and much use. Did that rhyme? Not a prop to be conjured on the hop. Very well. Come with us and we'll put your talents to the test. And who is this hanger-on? Well-wisher or parasite? Why, this is my assistant. He whose unfailing support allows my art to flourish. I will go with him or not at all. Parasite, then, we shall leave his fate in the hands of your new employer. It matters not a whit to us. And having filled our last vacant space, we retire to your more sweet embrace. Oh, mercy me, them all. We almost took our leave without leaving a loving token. We must empty the sacks or we make our way back.
Redemption is beyond us. The lament of all but saints and fools. and the comfort of the lords and ladies of this accursed place. Once they held fast against the madness, only to embrace the coming cataclysm and delight in the end of days. Perhaps in rapture they seek to lose themselves and the misery they share. Or perhaps for them alone, the promise of eternal pleasure really does hold true.
Alright, interesting. Welcome to the City of Final Pleasures. Feel free to reap as magnificent. No, not even a single tear. Move right along then. Our first task is to register you as residents, make it all nice and official, or smooth out the way, so you just need to put on your happy faces and head through the joyous halls. The Bureau of Immigration is in the first room on the left side of the passage. Declare your name and occupant in a nice and loud voice. The clerks will tell you where to go from there. Oh, and pay no mind to these folks outside the road, much like hopefuls in Great Town. They haven't earned the right to enter the city proper. However, you enjoy basking in the envy of your fellow men, then by all means, take your time. But why waste another moment? Go enjoy the beginning of a new life in paradise. See, the Bureau of Immigration was it? I suppose we better show ourselves willing for the time being. What the heck? That sounds mean. Welcome to more fortunate friends. May I have your names? I am Alphanon, an artist, and this is Yuzan, my assistant. I feel like it would have been better to be like assistant and bodyguard. Okay, now the citizens of Ilmar are divided into two classes. There are the free, who are blessed with the favor of Lord Verabert, and the bonded, who work in the employee of the free. You'll be joining the ranks of the bonded. Your duties will be served by a patron in the capacity for which you were chosen, and in your case, painting pretty pictures. Should your patron dismiss you for any reason, you must find another sponsor among the free, or set for work as a general laborer. I see. You might tell something of the. And might you tell something of the patron we are to serve? What's that? The two patrons actually, Chanaz and Dola Cha, a mystery couple whom refers as the Chaz. They are both gentle souls, but I would ask that you conduct yourself with respect and humility, for your own sake as much as theirs. Now, a moment please while I complete your relevant paperwork. All in order. Thank you for your registration document. take those papers next door and submit them to the clerk. Once they've been stamped, you'll officially be Lormian citizens. Enjoy your new lives in paradise. Going to take a quick break. Actually, I think I'll just call it there for now. Yeah, I don't want to stream too much today. So that's all for now.